Over here with the pride of Yazidis, Yurik. How you doing? From Mendes, all over the world. How's everything?
Everything's good. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Everything's good, you know.
Training camp over here at Mendes Gym. Tell us one of the reasons that you are a boxer. You know, like let them know the world.
So I'm based in New York City, Mendes Boxing Gym. That's what I train. That's what I get it for my fights. So the reason I'm in boxing is, you know, I believe that I didn't really choose boxing. Boxing chose me. I never had, you know, the ambition to be a fighter, but I had this something in me. I had to let it go out. Yeah. So boxing is a good way to express myself, you know, and use this energy and this fire to do something good, you know, to be able to share my in the ring as a professional fighter now.
Yes. Talking about boxing, a lot of times, you know, boxing, or most of the time, boxing is a sport that saves too many people, and every person has a different story. Like when it comes, like take them out of the streets, you know, sometimes they find peace, and when I say peace, because they release, you know, the stress. Sometimes they have problems, they got all of this and all of that. But in your case, fighting from a place where not too many people are, let them know the world why is the reason that you became a fighter, and why is the reason that you represent, you know, the place where you're coming from.
So I'm originally from, you know, Yazidi. So the Yazidi is a very small community of people, you know, and most of you who haven't heard of from them is, you know, if you heard of people being killed by the ISIS, and that's my people, you know. Every day they've been killed for the only, you know, very, very sad reason, because they want to convert themselves to Islam, you know. And that's like they've been, the wife, you know, the daughters, everybody been killed, kidnapped, the younger, you know, girls, I'm going to say, they've been kidnapped and used as sex slave for a soldier, you know. And the parents, they've been killed, and it's sign of like, you know, they give me kind of my energy and you know, and strength to fight for them, because that could be me, you know, it could be my sister, that could be my people, you know. So I'm fortunate that my parents moved from country to country for our better future, you know, for me and my brother and my sister.
Yeah.
And now boxing gave me the opportunity, the platform to, you know, to bring a voice, because they need somebody to represent these kids, you know. They have nobody to look up to, and I'm trying my best, you know, to be able to fight in boxing. You know, boxing is also related to fighting. They fight every day with the hands, you know, against the soldiers, the terrorists. I fight in the ring to bring peace, you know, and make the world know about the Yazidi genocide, because, you know, it's a genocide. You know, since 2014, nobody's doing anything, man. And you know, it's breaking my heart to see my people in this situation.
Yeah.
And they give me also the hope that really, with the energy, with the you know, the power of everybody around, the support I'm getting, we can be a big voice, you know. Because, like, you know, if I'm by my own, I can't do anything.
Yeah.
One person not gonna build, you know. To want to build a house, you need the brick out of brick. So I want to be one of, you know, the first brick, and then they're gonna follow my step and be able to do by their own. You know, they can be through music, through artistic, whatever. But, you know, to show them that I'm in New York City. I may be the only Yazidi, you know, in New York City, whatever. But no matter what, I'm trying to not forget where I come from. Make sure that I represent my people, because that's, to know where you're going, you have to remember where you're coming from.
Exactly.
Right? It's very important to know your roots, you know.
Yes,
that's why every time I have opportunity to go back home, I don't take vacation, you know, to go to the beach or whatever. I go home to make sure that I show them I was like you guys. I was the same place that you were 10 years ago. I just choose and I get the opportunity and use the opportunity to be, you know, what I am today. So you can do it too. So it's not like I'm somewhere in New York, America, and they can dream, they don't see it. I want to go and see them. I went to Russia, to Armenia, I go to Europe, you know. I want to go to Iraq, you know, with Abdullah Lush, to see these kids, that to talk to them, you know,
yeah,
to express my knowledge, my experience, to make them feel more closer to their dream, you know. So, and also I have a Don't Be Sorry, Be Careful. This is a clothing brand I have.
Nice.
It's my nickname. My nickname is Yurik, Don't Be Sorry, Be Careful. Don't be sorry, be careful is whatever we do in life, if you are very careful, thinkful about what we're doing, we don't have to be sorry, right? When you're sorry, it's too late. So on, it's like a slogan. When I get in the ring, I make sure I do everything right. I don't have to be sorry for my fans, for my people.
Yes.
And every T-shirt and hat that I sell, this money go for these kids in camp in Iraq, in Greece. Now I try to send to the last sale that I'm gonna get. I'm gonna try to go to Nebraska. We have like an immigrant who are from Iraq, from all over the world. Mm-hmm. So go to see these kids, to even just to give them a hat, is a big thing for them, and I hope I can help them and motivate them.
Yes.
The fighting is to motivate and to give them hope.
That's amazing to hear your story. Sorry to hear, some of the things that they're going on where you come from. Now I have you over here, and I bet you that you are a role model for, people that they are behind you. Like they looking at you as a role model, as a person that you one day, like you mentioning, you are the first brick in order to build a house or building, whatever. They're gonna follow your steps, and it's very important that you mentioning that you are an image, that you want people to follow you in order that probably, or let's say, these things that are on injustice, become justice for, people that, as you mentioned, it's very sad to hear that, from these places that people force other people in order to become something that they don't want to. It's like, I want to feed you with something that you don't want it, but man, it's a heartbreaking story.
And the truth is, it's all over the world, This is why we need people with stories, people like all around the world. It's happening every day. It's my people because, it's happened to me, but it's happened all over the world. So it's really also a reason to bring awareness of America. There's people around the world. Everybody don't have the same life for you. Everybody don't cry because they don't have battery on your iPhone. People cry because they have no food on the table. People get used to this kind of, oh, I wanted the last iPhone, I wanted this, I wanted that. But I want to sometimes share and let them know that these people, they have no food on the table, man. And also myself, I try to humble myself, to don't forget where I come from. Like, I don't want to buy a big car. I don't want to buy this. Like, they have no food in the plates. So I try to, that give me energy, that give me power. So I'm trying to help them. I know a lot of people, they take care of themselves, they do their thing, they don't worry about the religion, stuff like this. But I don't know, man. I feel like if I don't do this, there's no purpose of my fighting. Okay, you fight for yourself, you make money, you do this. There is more than this in life.
Yes, correct.
It's like after boxing, I want to leave something behind. Like, I want to be an example for people. Like, everybody can do it. I just want to just do it for myself and live it. Like, I always give you the example of climbing in a mountain. If you climb the mountain, helping other people to climb, you're on the top. You by yourself. With who you're gonna celebrate the victory? By your own? It's not sweet. But if you go with everybody help each other. You bring up people with you. Once you're on the top, you have a lot of people that you suffer together. Then you can party, you can enjoy the victory, and together. That's my goal. That for one day, soon, I will get an opportunity to be world champion. And that we can bring the Yazidi genocide on a bigger scale, because the more I get a follower, bigger my name get in boxing, bigger Yazidi name gonna be heard around the world. So that's also very important in boxing. There's a lot of politics. So I'm trying to get as much exposure possible and get opportunity for the world title. Once I become world champion, then it's gonna be more noise, more people gonna know, and it's gonna be much bigger.
And you will have a big
follow the process.
A big amount of people, following your career. Talking about, one day you want to reach out for a goal, for become a world champion. Mm-hmm. But what I was talking to you earlier is 140, right? 147. Let's say, what's your weight class? Really like 147.
So I'm trying to be busy fighting very often. So I fight at 147 because we're comfortable to it. But like if there is a bigger fight, I will go down to 140. The only reason I fight at 140 is to be able to fight often. To avoid injury. Because a lot of people, they cut a lot of weight, they get injured, they need to recover to fight. I'm like literally, I have 12 fights in less than 3 years, almost 3 years and a half. So I'm being very busy, and I'm keep doing it. I have my next fight scheduled October 19th. This is gonna be for a USBA title fight.
Ooh, wow, great.
And then I have another fight scheduled November 16, I think. Hopefully, this one's gonna be for a WBA international title. So you know, we're stepping up. You know, it's
Stepping up.
already WBA, already big name. So we're gonna try to officialize, you know, and get this opportunity to finish the year strong. You know,
Taking one fight at a time.
one fight at a time. You know,
Hopefully, and I wish, you know, for all the fight fans, you know, they come and support you. Of course, you know, Jim Mendes is right behind you.
Great support, great support.
This is right where you train. Talking about 147 division, we're gonna have sooner Shawn Porter and Errol Spence. What do you think of these two, you know, gentlemen that champions for a reason, and they bring in everything in this fight? Who you think is gonna win, or how do you see the fight going? You know, like in your perspective.
You know, if I ever choose from my heart, Shawn Porter. You know, I know the kid. He's great. His father, you know, he's a family guy. I know the guy personally. Spence, I don't know him, but if I put my money to bet, I bet on Spence. You know, in fact, I know Shawn. I want to wish him the best. Spence, because he is very skillful. If I bet my money is for Spence. But it's a close fight. You know, I wouldn't be surprised. You know, I actually really like. Nobody's losing the fight. There's no loser. You know who is the loser? The people who are gonna miss the fight, man.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh, this is,
they don't see that fight. I think that's gonna be one of the fights that we're gonna talk about in years.
Yes.
And I don't know if that fight could be, you know, fight of the year. Like
maybe, yeah.
147, Errol Spence,
Shawn
Shawn Porter.
Pay-per-view.
Pay-per-view. These two guys, they come in to lay down everything, and a lot of people, you know, think that Errol Spence, am I gonna knock him out, Shawn Porter in early round? I really see that they won't happen. It won't happen. I think it's gonna go over decision, but they're gonna give us a tough fight, both of them. So
it's gonna be tough. It's a good fight. I'm happy that they could make it. You know, hopefully we get more fights happen like this. You know, and hopefully I see myself soon mixing with them.
oh, definitely you will.